This is a video talking about why I never finish. Um, One of the things that I want to point out is that uh, we don't finish things because we tend to see other things that we think we may need, or things that doesn't have really to do with the steps that we're taking at that particular moment. For instance, let's say you needed to write up a paper. If you're thinking about what your grade will be on the paper, then that's kind of like the ending result of the paper. So if you're thinking about the grade, you probably ain't gonna write it because you're gonna think, oh, you know what, this is gonna suck anyway. This is gonna be not worth it anyway. So you may not write the paper at all. So instead of thinking about the grade that's gonna come on the paper, think more about what I'm gonna write on the paper. What details do I want to add to what I'm writing on the paper? It's the same thing when it comes to life. There are a lot of things that we think of beforehand, and then we go into a worry state, and then we either throw it away completely or we cause a lot of resistance and we're not able to finish. And so you just want to take general steps when you're getting ready to do something. Just take some steps that are simple, that it doesn't have to be where you know exactly the step to take. You may be given some instructions, take those steps. And when it does seem like it's getting a little difficult, then you ask questions and you begin to find out more about that step so that you can actually take it. So we can come to a place of actually finishing. There are many things that I had never finished in my life, and then I got to a point where I was like, hold up. There are too many things that I've started that I've either picked up and dropped, or picked up, started going in the middle of it and dropped, or getting close to the end, and because of somebody or something, just not completely finished. Another reason that we don't finish is because we don't think that our ideas matter. We begin to think like, okay, let me call this person on the phone. Let me see what they think about what I think. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that you don't really need advice for. For instance, I'll show you an example. I wanted to sell some things, and I called some people on the phone, and they were like, oh, why would you do that? That doesn't make sense. Don't do this, don't do that. And I realized that there are times when I think I'm gonna use the word get your hustle on. You want to do something to make some money, or you want to do something to gather some connections or networking. And too many times we bring too many people into our space when we're getting ready to do something. There are some things where you need some advice, some serious counsel. But there are things that you don't need that much serious counsel on. You may want to go sell lemonade with a lemonade stand. You may get this idea like, okay, I've got a table inside my house. I've got cups. I've got lemons. I've got water. I'm gonna make lemonade. I'm gonna make a lemonade stand outside and sell lemonade for $1. And then all of a sudden, you call someone on the phone and you be like, "Hey, listen, I got this idea to make a lemonade stand. What do you think?" See, sometimes when you call a person on the phone, they're gonna tell you something based on where they are. So in other words, if an individual has tried to do a lemonade stand, or they have tried things that you've tried and it hasn't worked, or they've already done it, and even if it did work, they're not on that level anymore to do that no more. They're gonna turn you down because in their brain they're saying, "Why would you do that? That's like you're hustling again. You're kind of getting yourself involved in something that don't make any sense." And they're not wrong for saying it that way, because on the level that they are right now, they're not able to connect with you where you are. You see what I'm saying? They do see you further than what you just said, but they don't see you taking steps in what you just said to get to what they see you as to be. So if you saw the table in your brain, it's in the corner, boom. Make that a reality. Go grab that table, wipe it off, get a little sheet or something, put over it, put it outside, get your cups, get your lemonade, get everything set up, get your poster, to write a little banner to say this is what I'm doing, and put it out there where people can see it, and start selling the lemonade. You may sell a whole lot of lemonade that day. You may sell one cup of lemonade that day. In fact, you may get what it is that you're really looking for, period, in a season of time. And so, in other words, if you were looking for $300 to pay, your phone bill and a car payment, you may get that. That may be all that you were looking for. And that's what I'm trying to say. And then again, you may get more than that. You may become a whole lemonade company because of how good you are. But the point that I'm trying to make is that you don't know where all that's going to go, but you know what you're doing it for. You know why that idea came to your mind. You knew it came to your mind because you were trying to find a way out of something, or into something, or make some more money, or make a connection with people. You have to be able to accept that idea and just go at it. Don't look for a bunch of validation, because if you start emailing people, calling people on the phone, texting people, knocking on people's doors, trying to get their validation on what you just thought, they're gonna turn it down. And again, they're not wrong. They're just looking at it from the standpoint of where they are or where they see you to be. So take the necessary steps you need to so that you can go through it and finish. And again, some things are seasonal. Some things are for the season of time in your life and what you're looking for, what you're trying to do. Some things are more distant, some greater. And you may need great advice on those things. You may need wise counsel on those things. But we have to stop bringing every idea that we have to everybody that we know, and then later on we're doing nothing. We're doing absolutely nothing, and we're stuck trying to figure out life. All right, so it's time to finish. You know what I'm saying? It's time to go all the way through with that thing. All right.